I stand before you today
to say these words.
I announce my candidacy for President of the United States of America.
Nearly a dozen Democrats are already running for president. And highlights so far include an interview about immigration live streamed from a dental chair, a former Harvard professor popping a beer like just plain folks on New Year's Eve, and a draconian former prosecutor pledging her allegiance to Wakanda.
Paid for by Kamala Harris.
Democrats are tripping over each other to pitch Medicare for all, free college for all, jobs for all, and laying taxes on wealth as well as income. And then there's Howard Schultz.
I think the Democrats need a little bit less caffeine right now.
The former CEO of Starbucks announced that he's considering a run for president as a centrist independent. He says that the national debt threatens economic growth, that we shouldn't demonize successful entrepreneurs, and that the government can't be all things to all people.
Both parties are consistently not doing what's necessary on behalf of the American people and are engaged every single day in revenge politics.
That brought public hate, contempt, and character assassination from every conceivable angle.
Don't help elect Trump, you egotistical billionaire asshole!
It's not just anti-globalist lefties on the attack. The New York Times op-ed page says he's narcissistic, delusional, and fanatical. His potential run, his critics claim, would be nothing short of reckless idiocy. Schultz's belief that neither major party represents America very well is widely shared. A plurality of Americans don't identify with either party, and nearly 3/4 of us think the country is headed in the wrong direction, which helps to explain why neither Hillary Clinton nor Donald Trump won a majority of the popular vote in 2016. The two-party duopoly and its supporters in the media understand how widely disliked they are, which is why they want to kneecap anyone who isn't on Team Red or Team Blue. You don't have to agree with Schultz to understand that having more ideas and more voices at the table at this point in the election cycle is a good thing, especially when you consider the alternatives. Democrats fear people such as Schultz because they think he'll drain votes from whoever their nominee ends up being, giving Trump a path to re-election. But that's actually a faulty analysis. Former Republican Congressman John Anderson was blamed for pulling votes from Jimmy Carter in 1980. But almost half of his supporters would have gone with Ronald Reagan as their second choice. In 1992, the GOP fingered Ross Perot as a political saboteur, but in fact, the 19% of Americans who pulled the lever for the Texas billionaire were equally split between Bush and Clinton as their fallback.
At the end of the day, you don't necessarily need a choice of 23 underarm spray deodorants or 18 different pairs of sneakers when children are hungry.
If variety and armpit aroma isn't his thing, I'd like to believe that the Vermont Socialist still believes we should have more choices at the ballot box. Right now, there are more forms of hepatitis than viable political parties in America. So it's kind of fitting that the former CEO of a company that introduced infinite choice in coffee drinks is now being dragged for threatening to expand the political spectrum all the way from A to C. If American politics can't even stand the possibility of an independent candidate who praises capitalism, opposes massive tax increases, and wants to cut the federal debt, we're already screwed in 2020.